James looking near side towards Chris Mitchell. Touchdown, FIU. The Panthers have their first lead of the night.
And he throws it on second down. Caught by Bracey. Bracey still on his feet. 3 Aggies chasing him. And Jalen Bracey might have snuck inside the pylon. He did. Touchdown, Panthers.
They'll hand off up the middle. Flex Joseph has daylight, and it's a touchdown for FIU.
This time it's a keeper for James. Bouncing to the outside. He's got room, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU.
James takes a deep shot to the end zone, and it is caught for touchdown. Number 10, Chris Mitchell, wears it well.
Play action. And Brownholtz is crushed, loses the football, it's scooped up. And it is FIU running it all the way back. Alex Nobles with the cavalry inside the 10, and Alex Nobles gets FIU on the board for the first time this afternoon.
Carlson lofts it across the middle. Fairweather breaks free. Fairweather by himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Rivaldo Fairweather.
The Panthers of FIU up next. Take a look at their 2022 season final record at 4-8 under first-year head coach. It was Mike McIntyre. Scored just under 20 points per game. Got a key return as Grayson James, Chris Mitchell. You saw some of the highlights there. Those offensive guys coming back. And a season opener right off the bat. A conference game August 26th at Louisiana Tech. We welcome you back here inside Globe Life Stadium. Mike McIntyre, head coach of the FIU Panthers, joined by wide receiver Chris Mitchell, defensive lineman Jeremy Passmore. Guys, thanks for joining me on the set.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first year, take me back to 2022. How would you sum up your first year at FIU?
Well, I thought we made great strides. I thought we kept improving, and like I keep telling our kids, our future is bright, and it's been excellent. And with our new AD and Scott Carr and our new chancellor and president Ken Jessel, everybody's on the same page. We're going in the right direction. We're excited about our future.
This offseason, what was the focus? What did you want to accomplish heading into the season?
Well, we wanted to come closer as a team and keep working family, keep working that, and understanding that we're sacrificing for each other to be successful, and keep working that in our culture. And that's changing. These guys are great leaders in that area and also excellent players. And so I'm really pleased with the steps we've made.
I hear culture so much in college football. It's so important, especially if you hit the rough patch in the season.
Right.
How would you define the FIU culture?
Well, culture is about how you communicate with each other and how you put others in front of your selfish ambitions. And because in a team, there's 110 guys, only 11 get to play at a time. So it's a sport that you have to put aside your own selfish ambitions and for the team. And so I've seen that with our team and their work ethic and their character and going to class, doing the right things, holding each other accountable. All of that part is the culture. And a coach can only say so much until the players start handling and everything. That's when you become an excellent football team and on and off the field.
We were looking at the highlights heading into this segment, and so many of those players are now back on offense. According to your quarterback, Grayson James, wide receiver, Chris Mitchell. What excites you about this offense coming back?
Well, we have a lot of speed. Down in South Florida, there's a lot of speed, and speed is our key that we're going to take advantage of and utilize the best we can. And we're excited about those guys and the ability they have. Chris is a young man who has a lot of speed and a lot of athleticism, and Grayson has a big arm and does some really good things for us. So we're excited about using their ability to the best we can.
For Grayson James being your quarterback, it'll be the second season under or offensive coordinator David Yost. What kind of jump do you want to see him make for the second season?
Well, Grayson, I guess just he would probably be the first one to tell you is stay consistent each game. And, the great thing about Grayson is if you see him now, he's ripped. He has lost about 20 pounds from last year. He's a big guy. He's moving better, and really excited about what Grayson will be able to do for us.
Okay, so in better shape, what can you do differently with offense now and being a little more mobile maybe?
Yeah, he was mobile last year, being more mobile, but just his understanding the offense and accuracy and putting us in the right plays and all that type of thing is all a process, and he's really improved in all those areas.
All right, tell me about the defensive side of the ball. What are you expecting to see out of that unit?
I expect us to be more aggressive, especially being able to create more negative plays and that type of thing, and an understanding of the offense and of the defense, but also we always talk to them all the time about understanding what offenses are trying to do to certain defenses, and they're really starting to understand that and get a good feel for it.
All right, let's bring in your players who've joined us here. Chris Mitchell, wide receiver, Jeremy Passmore, defensive lineman. And Chris, we saw a ton of your highlights in that open. I saw you smiling, especially that one catch, that fade catch in the corner of the end zone. How would you sum up your 2022 season?
I felt like I've showcased my abilities and really showed what I could do on the field. And I know that this year I have to play a bigger role and embrace it and just continue to make plays and put my offense in better positions to win games.
Knowing that you're going to be the guy, defenses are going to key in on you. How did you prepare yourself for that role?
I got bigger, got stronger, faster. In my playbook, I know my plays like back of my hand. I know that if teams want to key on me, I know I got other players, Dean Patterson, Jalen Bracey. You know, I got other guys that can make plays, and I just can't wait to see what they can do.
So if I quiz you, if I call that any play, you'd know you're out, down, cold,
Down,
right?
cold.
All right, I haven't seen the book, so I won't do that. The fastest guy on the team, with all the speed you guys have in Florida, have you raced each other? Like, have you proven yourself to be the fastest guy?
We actually did 10-yard flies this past summer, and me and Jacoby Matthews have so I guess I proved it. It's just a 10-yard fly, so I like to believe that I'm the fastest guy on the team. Since I was 5, I've had a lot of speed and been running track since I was 5 years old and been competing with my legs. So I'm really confident in my speed.
Do you set goals for yourself before each season? Is there something you want to specifically accomplish this year?
I do. I want to win a conference championship. I want to win every game we play. So that's probably really my goals right now. I have a couple personal goals. I want to have a great season for myself. You know, I want to have many yards, many touchdowns, and just win every game that we can.
Seems like all you guys have been putting in a ton of work in the offseason, in the weight room. Grayson James, coach just told me he lost 20 pounds. What does he look like right now? Does it feel like the ball's coming out a little hotter?
He's always been a gunslinger. Ever since he came in, he can throw the ball, 60, 50 yards and on point. So I'm really excited. He has a good, it's not too hard, it's not too soft. It feels great when it enters my hands. So I'm really excited to see what he can do on the field this year.
All right, so we have a play from you. It's a 34-yard touchdown reception. I want you to take a look at the monitor, break it down for us, tell us what you saw on this route and how you completed it.
Okay, cool.
What'd you see there? Take us through from the snap.
From the snap, we had 2-man, we had press coverage. He bailed at the start. I knew that his eyes were off of me. I ran to his blindside spot, and I seen the ball in the air, and then when it entered my hands, I just knew it was touchdown.
So you can tell, basically, as soon as the ball is released, I got it. I burned my cornerback.
I got him, yes, sir. He took his eyes off of me. He looked at the quarterback. I knew he was dead. Then I ran to his blind spot, caught it.
I like that. Okay, very nice. Let's talk a little.
I was teaching him how to do the LeBron James too after he scored.
Is that right?
I showed him how to do that.
You showed him?
He showed me.
Any new celebrations this year?
Not in mine. They really come to the fly, like literally.
You got to go to coach's office. Come on.
I don't know if coach even got no celebrations.
All right, let's talk a little D. Jeremy Passmore, defensive lineman. What about your unit excites you the most coming back for 2023?
One thing I'll say that excites me about my unit, we got some new guys came in, some key transfers, as well as some key guys that's coming back from last year. We've been working really hard this offseason, working on pass rush, working on our run game, and just breaking things down on a fundamental level so we can put it all together and showcase it this fall.
When you go up against an offense that you guys have with so much speed, how does that get you guys ready for the season?
It gets us ready, even from a game plan perspective, we like to break down, okay, what are they lined up in, what's the call that we have. Now I look at the offensive lineman, is he leaning over heavy or is he sitting back? Now it kind of gives us a clue on what they're going to do. So that helps us, and especially as far as being aligned and make sure we're all in the right spots before the ball snaps. So it gives us kind of an advantage so we're in the right place and now we can make the right adjustments and make the proper plays.
You've got a very cool story. You are married You have a daughter, correct?
Yes, sir.
How has your life changed?
In a big way, in a big way, but a good way, a positive way, knowing that I have a family to feed, people depending on me, I kind of carry that same mindset to my teammates, my brothers around me, lined up next to me, they're all counting on me, they're holding me accountable, I have to hold them accountable, but, it's a lot on my plate, but at the same time, I just use it in all facets of life.
Coach, have you seen anything different in Jeremy since getting married, since having a daughter, stepping into that role, having responsibility?
Jeremy's always been extremely mature and always been a leader. I think that now, when you get married and especially when you have a child and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I better grow up for sure, right? And I've seen just more, I think he's a little more accountable than he was before, but he's always just been a great leader and the players look up to him.
Jeremy, something you do in your off time, which is pretty cool. You're a personal trainer for little kids. How did that come about?
It came about when I first got to FIU, and before I was enrolled in the school, I needed a way to make some money. So I started training little kids, and it kind of blew up that summer. That first time I got down here to where I trained high school athletes, some guys, big time recruits right now, and I even worked with my two first NFL clients last month. So it's been going really well for me.
Wait, you're training NFL guys now?
Yes, sir.
What have you noticed from training NFL guys that you can use for your own game? So
it's kind of like an open book. We have conversations about, what they do at that level and what can I add to my game as well. So it's kind of like I'm playing on both ends. I'm a player's coach, but as well as, I'm a player still trying to do well in my own sport. So it's kind of a little bit of give and take, but I definitely grow and learn from working with guys that's older than me. We can all share different ideas on how to be better.
What's it like having a guy like Jeremy in your locker room for guys to look up to?
Oh, it's excellent, and Chris is also, they're very mature young men and take care of their business and lead by, not only by communication, but they lead by example too on a daily basis. So that's what you got to have, and we're very excited about their leadership and what they'll do this year for us.
We'll take a look at the highlights for the defense this year. Is there a goal you set for your team's defense that you want to hold them accountable for this year?
Well, day one practice tomorrow. We start practice tomorrow morning, and just us working hard, keep competing, understanding the game, aggressiveness, and just keep doing that every day. And I think we'll end up doing what we need to do to be more successful and keep improving.
One wrinkle to the season this year for Conference USA: midweek games in October.
Yeah.
Everyone is excited about it. How have you gotten your team ready for that adjustment?
Yeah, they're excited about it. Our schedule sets up well. We play 5 games before September's over, and then we have a 10-day break, and then we play New Mexico State on a Wednesday, and we have 4 Wednesday games, and then a break, and then we go into November. So our guys are excited about it, and I think our university's excited about it also. With all the national television games we're getting, it's great exposure not only for our players, for our school, for our team, and we're really excited about all that.
All right, so since you're talking about the schedule, we might as well put it up on the screen for everyone to look at, and we can get into the schedule for the FIU Panthers. All right, Mike, first game at Louisiana Tech, conference game. Take me through the entire schedule.
Well, there's a lot of excellent football teams on there, and we start out with Louisiana Tech on 0 week and national televised game, and they're a heck of a football team. They had an exciting game last year in double overtime, so there's a lot taking place there. And as we go down through there, there's a lot of great football teams that we're going to be playing this year, and we're excited about all of them.
When you have new teams entering the conference that you haven't played before, how do you get ready for teams like Sam Houston, Jacksonville State on your schedule now?
Well, there'll be tough games for us. There's no doubt about it. And they both run unique offenses and do different things defensively. That's the crazy thing about college football compared to NFL is, each week you're playing a whole different scheme on offense. And defense, it changes. You have to be more adaptive. NFL is a little bit the same as you go through that. The number one thing, they got to protect those quarterbacks in NFL all the time, so you don't have as much quarterback running and different things like that. So each week is a new game plan within itself for our team, and so we look forward to the challenge.
Guys, as you look at the schedule, Chris and Jeremy, Chris, is there a game on there that you've circled that you're really looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to every single one. I feel like every single one is important. We need to attack every game with the same mindset that we're going in to win and come out with a W.
Jeremy.
Same thing that Chris said. We're looking at every game with intense focus, taking it 1 week at a time, 1 rep at a time, just making sure we're dialed in and not looking ahead or not looking at who we played before, but just focusing on the right now. That's the main thing we can do.
Coach, You guys, they're ready.
They're ready. They're ready.
I mean, just from the answers alone, you have coached these guys up so well.
Well, they're good leaders. They get it, and they played a while and they long, and they're wanting to help FIU take the next step. And these type of young men are how we're going to do it.
All right, let's take a look at the preseason watch list for FIU for the Conference USA. And we talked about quarterback Grayson James. Also, your punter is on this list. Tell me about special teams and what you guys look like.
Yeah, Dayton's a young man that was a walk-on for us that we put on scholarship this year going into the season. He's very athletic. He can do a lot of things, and he made a lot of big plays for us in the punting game last year.
You have 2 offensive linemen on that watch list. How does your offensive line play look?
Well, Jacob Peace is offensive lineman. Jordan Gerard, you can tease him when he gets back. He's a defensive lineman.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot of good football players, and we're excited about it. Donovan Manuel is a young man that was all-conference for us, and he's an excellent Mike linebacker. And then, of course, Grayson can make all the plays. And we have a lot of other guys that can be on that list, which is exciting to me that people don't really know as much about and are coming their own. These 2 guys are guys that I definitely think can be on that list for sure, too. And so there's a lot of other guys on our team.
All right, we appreciate you joining us here. Mike McIntyre entering your 2nd season as the head coach at FIU. Good luck this upcoming season.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.